If you're a teen, you've probably seen forex trading and you've always wanted to start, but you're not of age. But listen, in today's video, I'm going to tell you exactly how you can get started. Today, we're in Dubai and I'm here to inspire the young generation. I started off at 17 years old with forex trading, and I can tell you right now, it is one of the best ventures to get into, as well as dropshipping. Now, if you don't have access to a guardian or your parents that allow you to use their details, don't worry, you can still start trading. Listen to this video and keep on making notes and understand that you have an opportunity to live a life like this. Now, firstly, you need to understand that you have to have some form of maturity when you get into trading. You need to have a calm mindset when you get into these trades. I would say listen to people and watch people such as Jim Rohn and Bob Proctor. These are great self-development people that will help you develop your mind, and they will work on anyone if you just focus onto what they're saying. They will teach you how to have confidence when you enter the markets and have confidence in yourself. Remember, to have success in online earning, you need to start with self-development. Making money starts off with how strong your mindset is and your dedication to actually go outside and make that money. Next up is the strategy. Make sure that you stick to one strategy, and honestly, I have a really good strategy for trading. So if you want to get involved in that, we do have an academy as well as a free signals group, and you guys can check that down below in the description. Now, your strategy is the most important thing. You need to stick to one strategy. If you keep on deviating from that strategy, I promise you, you will fail. The reason that if you keep on going away from your strategy, you will start to get confused, you start to doubt yourself when you enter trades, and you start to doubt your abilities in the market. Once you get one strategy, make sure that you master it, and after you master it and after you start making profits and after you start making a little bit of money from it, then you can start to make a little bit of tweaks to make it the perfect strategy for yourself. Understand that not everybody might have the same strategy, and you need to understand that a winning strategy is a strategy that makes you money on the market. Next up is brokerage. You guys need to have a broker which connects you to the foreign exchange market. Now, a broker is really important because this is going to be the determining factor of how profitable you are in the market. Now, brokers in the current day and age are very disingenuous. They can make sure, and they can also manipulate your trades if they can see that you don't know how to trade on the foreign exchange market. And a lot of people don't know this. There's also spreads. You need to understand that you need the lowest spreads in order for you to be profitable. And for this video, I'm going to say Markets.com is the best brokerage, also voted #1 broker in the world in Qatar in the Financial Expo. So for this reason, they have the best trading conditions, the best customer support, and you can sign up with them down below in the description. I'm only here to look out for your wants and your needs. This broker will also allow you to trade on TradingView, and that is my next tip. TradingView will allow you to analyze the market. Now, TradingView is the most popular analyzing tool, and you can do everything and you can analyze everything on this tool, and it is completely free. When you guys start off with your strategy, make sure that you go and learn how to use TradingView and chart out your graphs on TradingView. I personally like to trade on the 4-hour and the 1-hour time frame to get more data on my trades that allow me to enter my trades with confidence. Last thing is your KYC. So the KYC is pretty much your documentation needed to prove that you're over the age of 18. And if you aren't over the age of 18, you can use your parents' details if they allow you to. This is a strategy that I used when I started off when I was 17. And then after the age of 18, I was obviously able to use my own details. Now, if you can't use your parents' details, do not worry. That is even better because you need to start trading first on a demo account and you actually need to start learning. Wait until you get to the age of 18, or at least until you find somebody that is willing to allow you to use their details for trading. Now, what I'm going to say for the basics is what forex trading is. Forex trading is literally just a decentralized market that allows for over-the-counter currency trading. So now let me simplify that and make it easier for you guys to understand. You get currencies and you have an exchange between two currencies. They're going up against each other. So if you get USD CAD, pretty much you'll have USD and CAD over here, Canadian dollar. Now, USD is going to be your base value and CAD is going to be your quote value, okay? So when you get the number right now, USD CAD, I'm in this trade, it is currently at 1,34748, right? 1.34, let's just say 1.347. That is, to explain to you guys, you're going to need to have 1.34 Canadian dollars to get $1, right? And exactly the same thing. If you have questions, you can just post it here on the chat, or you can send it to me over through on Telegram. So when you're looking at that 1.347 number between USD CAD, as I said, you're going to need 1.34 CAD to get your $1 United States dollar. Exactly the same for right now. I'm also in, or let's say GBP USD. The GBP USD right now, if we look on the market, let's go to the charts. I'm going to take away my indicators so it doesn't confuse you guys.
So if you guys are looking at my chart, we are going to go to GBP USD over here. So when we're looking at GBP USD, what you guys will be able to see is it says 1.33. Now, of course, the GBP is stronger than the United States dollar. We do know that. So $1.33 is going to be needed to get one Great British pound. Okay, so exactly the same thing if you go to USD ZAR. You'll see USD ZAR is 17 point something. That means you're going to need 17 or 19 or whatever, I don't trade that, in order to get one United States dollar. Very simple, okay? So when it comes into understanding forex trading like that, you're going to need to understand, okay, well, if I'm looking at, let's go to an example. If I'm looking at, right now I'm looking at USD CAD, okay? I'm looking at USD CAD and I'm going to take, I don't want to take this out. But I'm going to go in the 4 hours. But if we're looking at USD CAD, and if we want to see exactly if this is going to go higher, or I'm looking at my trade as I was speaking to you guys, because it's actually just muscle memory to explain it now. And to explain it at a very basic level. So when I put on the EA, you'll understand more. But now when you're looking at USD CAD, the one thing that you have to see in order for you to understand if an exchange or is going to get more value or less value. So you need to see, is the United States dollar / CAD, is the market going to increase? Meaning you're going to need to have more Canadian dollars in order for you to get one United States dollar, okay? One USD. So in order to see if this is going to go up, and remember, if the chart goes up, that means you're going to need more Canadian dollars, which means what? Which means the United States dollar is going to be doing or performing better than the Canadian dollar. And there's two ways to understand how you're going to go and get to this assumption. Because before you get into the trading, seats, right? Before you make a trade, you're actually put into what is called the speculator seat. So you're actually speculating what is going to happen in the future. And that's how people make money, from COVID, from this, from that, even in business. You know, you understand past data. I was saying it today. You understand past data to predict what's going to be happening in the future. And if you can predict what happens in the future, you'll make a lot of money. So there's two ways to get to this. It's fundamental trading and technical analysis. Now, when you're looking at fundamental trading, that is going to be your news, looking at news events such as NFP, all of these different things. But you guys need to understand that when you get into trading, you need to understand that it is gambling. It is gambling, and the thing is, it's calculated gambling. Because right now, if I, without anything on my chart, if I look at the chart and I want to make a trade, I can go make a trade with a 50% chance that it's going to be a buy or a sell, right? And that's gambling. As soon as you put in percentages into anything, it kind of becomes gambling. And let's be honest about it. So when you add in fundamental trading, technical analysis, two different things, you can either use them together or you can use them separately. Trading is all about what's comfortable for you in order to make money. So when you are looking at adding these things into your trades, you'll add a higher percentage of win rates. So trading is calculated gambling. Let's say that calculated trading. It's just calculated, okay? And when you are looking at certain things to speculate to see what's going to happen in the future, like USD CAD, you'll use fundamental trading and technical analysis. Now, fundamental trading is looking at news events, as I said, NFP and all of that, but you can also look at FX Street. Now, FX Street is a good place for you guys to see what's going to be happening on the day, and with this news, you'll be able to see what the Canadian dollar is going to be doing or what the United States dollar is going to be doing. And depending on the bad news or whatever that happens, and I'm going to open it up right here, FX Street, and so you guys can see, it's called the economic calendar. Now, people that trade fundamentally and trade with news and just based off the how the market reacts to certain news, that's fine, and they use this type of chart most of the time, right? Now, this chart over here tells you exactly what's going to be happening for on the Thursday, September 26th, which is tomorrow. It's going to be showing you what's happening for the euro, for what's happening in Spain, which affects the euro, what's happening over here, which affects the Swiss currency, the euro again over here, and these are all events. And if you can see the impact over here, it shows you the importance of the event. Now over here it will show you data. If it shows green or red, that will show positive or negative for the currency that you're looking at, United States dollar or euros. But that might be a bit too advanced for some people, but literally when you just get the hang of it, you'll understand. So that's the one way you'll get to understanding if markets are going to be higher or markets are going to be lower. If there's something really bad happening, if there's something really bad happening for the Canadian dollar, or something bad in the economy, such as mass murders, for example, then the Canadians might lose value on their market. And obviously the United States has been maybe having good economic conditions. So that means that, of course, without even understand, like, you don't even need to put a chart, you don't need to put anything on your chart to understand, okay, well, the United States is obviously just going to be going up. You are betting pretty much against or understanding what is happening with the news. Now, when you get into technical analysis, this is where some people, I can't actually take out, I need this. But when you get into technical analysis, some people get it wrong, right? Because there's many ways to trade technically. And technical analysis is when you are putting in, you're plotting out things on your chart, such as support and resistance, such as trend lines, such as whatever you want to use. SMC traders or ICT trader, whatever you want to use, right? If you want to use liquidity grabs, if you want to use whatever, right? Price action trading, I use price action, Fibonacci trading, support and resistance, and I use them all to create confluence. Now you can be just a support and resistance trader, and you can be just a Fibonacci resistance trader. You can be just a liquidity grab trader. It's fine, but the more that you add into your charts, so I'm actually a fundamental trader and a technical analysis trader, so I put both in together to allow me to enter my trades. Because the more data you have in your trades, the more green flags you have in your trades, indicating the correct entry for your trade that you want to go. Such as, support and resistance, working with the Fibonacci, working with I don't know what's the other things on. Just those two working with each other allows you to create confluence. Confluence is when, again, things work with each other to give you more of a green light to take the trade. The more data you have, the easier it will be to take a trade. So when you're now going into technical analysis, for me, and it's also on the course, so you guys can go back and look at it. But for me, what I used to do before I got my EA is I would do something like this. And for this reason, I most likely have to remove this. Okay, you know what? I'm going to have to keep this up here because it will make sense when I add in the EA. So step number 1 is what I would do is go and start on the 4 hours. Remember, this is the Fibonacci trading strategy done by a human, done by me. And I'm going to show you guys exactly how everything goes. So firstly, we want to start off by adding the Fibonacci strategy or Fibonacci tool on our 4-hour time frame. And you can do this on your phone, guys. It's very simple. First thing, remember to reset your chart, and you have it on just the 4-hour time frame. You can do this on the 45-minute time frame, 10-minute time frame, but if you do that, you're gonna be in a smaller speculation space. So meaning that you're gonna have less opportunity to have good enough data and long-term data to allow you to take a trade, right? Meaning that you only have enough data from yesterday to trade today. That's not good. If you are looking at something like this where I'm on the 4 hours, I can get more confirmation because I've got about, from the 28th of August to, I've got about a month of previous data, okay? The more back testing that's giving you a green light, the more forward testing you would most likely have. Remember, everything works off of patterns and everything works off of what happened before. That's just a general thing. If it happened in the past, it will most likely happen again. So when you understand all of these things and you go and put in your Fibonacci trading strategy. Now the Fibonacci, guys, is in itself, it has a lot of data. It's seen in human nature. It's seen everywhere, right? It's you can go and Google it. And what you want to do is you want to put your Fibonacci trading tool from the highest point on your viewable chart to the lowest point on your viewable chart, because it's called the Fibonacci retracement. You're going from the highest point to the lowest point. You're seeing if price can retrace back to that spot. And if you see the numbers on the side, that is maths, okay? That is maths. It's telling you 0.236%, or otherwise 23.6% retraced back to the top. And with the Fibonacci trading strategy, you have what's known as the golden level zones. And you want to be in trades inside of these golden level zones. Now, the golden level zones is from 0.236 to 0.382 and 0.382 to 0.5. At 0.5 over here, we usually have a change of character, right? So, this means that you could potentially, I see a question over here, and I just want to make sure that people aren't waiting. Okay, cool. Just want to make sure that people aren't waiting. So you can potentially take or close all your trades at 0.5, and if you break the 0.5 level, you can continue holding out the trade. Now, if you've never understood how to place support and resistance, the Fibonacci makes it even easier. It's a crazy strategy, and you know what? If you don't understand some things, I would, at this point, at the level of profitability we've gotten to, I would honestly just say trust me. Because look, when I extend this whole thing, right, to the same 1 point that I placed here, right? This 1 point, this one over here, and this 0, that 1 is known as the resistance, because if we're going up like that, we can't go past the 1 because that's the highest point in our chart. On that 0 point, we can't go lower because that's our current support spot, right? So we can't go lower than that. But now that was just one spot on the 4 hour. If we go back, let's take this thing back. How does it so perfectly almost align with the whole other chart from the 23rd of August? And if you keep on going, you would see that at another stage we actually had this zone. It was an important zone, just like over here, right? But let's go back, and we're only working small today, okay? We're only working. Okay, let me take this away now. I'll redraw it. Right. So now, when we're looking at the 0.236 to 23.6 to the 0.382, you can see that when we were in a sell from over here to over here, it flowed easily. When we go and look back, when we enter the golden level zone, a trade flows easily. When you go and we entered in the golden level zone again here, right? You can see over here 0.618, but when we were in the golden level zone, it flowed easily. Every single time we were in that zone, we would have a buy and it just float. It'd have a sell and it just float. It's a crazy thing, right? So when you are now looking at this current chart and you've never understood how to do support and resistance, it's a fortunate thing that the golden level zones show you the support and resistance. Don't question it if you don't understand. Slowly, if you keep on working with a strategy, you'll start to see some things like this, right? If you go over there and you put a zone over here, I'll call them zones. If you look back over here, how many times did we touch this zone, right? It was a prominent support level over here and a prominent support level over here, and over here we broke it, okay? And when we broke it, we went straight down here, and currently we are on it again. But we'll clone it over here and we'll add another. This is now our next form of resistance, right over here, right? You can see price resisted and there was things happening at this level. And our last level that we want to place is over here at the 0.618 or at the 0.5, depending on what you want to do. Now, very simple, guys. If you break price at 0.236 right over here, you hold to 0.382, right? And if the price breaks over here, you hold to 0.5. You take another buy. You want to see if you can get back to this level over here, which is the 1% level. Now, after that, you don't have enough data to really see if you can take that trade, right? So after that, I will go to the 1 hour time frame and I'll do exactly the same thing. And this is how my strategy worked, from the highest point to the lowest point. And this is where, for a lot of beginners starting off, it might get tricky. But why I do it again is to see if everything aligns, right? So if I do it on the smaller time frame to get more data and I look exactly at the same points, Do you see that I put it from the, please, let's go slowly. Let me go slowly. I put the 1 hour time frame from the highest trough to the highest point to the lowest point. And I didn't add any form of support or resistance. I didn't add anything. I just went down to the smaller time frame. And look, I placed those supports and resistance on the 4 hour time frame, but look how it perfectly aligns with my 1 hour time frame golden level zones, right? I don't have to add in any supports because over here we had a nice little resistance level which was placed on the 4 hour already. 0.382, we had a nice little resistance slash support placed already. 0.618 on the 1 hour placed already on the 4 hour. We look to the 4 hour and you can see it's pretty much exactly the same thing. All right, go down to the 1 hour. Did I reset chart? It's pretty much exactly the same thing. And how you get into these trades now is by simply understanding that this right here should be a buy. This here should be a buy because we are looking at passing the golden level zone and then floating all the way back up, right? And this is just looking at previous data and looking at the golden level zone. It should be a buy. However, we've got no confirmation until our robot will tell you to only take a buy over here at this 0.382 level. And then we'll hope to shoot up back to either the resistance, but let's take it easy. Let's take it easy. Now, this is how I would do it with manual trading. It takes some time. I'd also need to go and get fundamental news. So why is the USD all of a sudden so strong? Because, and if you look on the USD CHF, you can see also the USD is moving up. Why is it so strong? USD JPY. USD is moving up. Okay, well, just understanding that, I can obviously see that today the United States is really doing strong against other pairs, right? Just for understanding that. And okay, we are now going into the golden level zone on our fib levels. So let's take the buy. Let's hope for the best. Currently, we were sitting in profit. Very good profit, but I actually want to hold this one out for long. So this is how it all works. That was it, right? This is the strategy. You literally just play by zone. Play by zone. And now this is where the best part comes in, is when you add in the Fibonacci. When you add in the strategies and you minus all of that. I'm going to add in the Fib strategies. Did you see how beautifully I analyzed that? Did you see how beautifully I analyzed that? I just clicked on in live action. I just clicked my Fibonacci EA strategy and it's perfectly aligned. It perfectly aligned with everything. Now let me show you why. Over here on the 1 hour time frame. So that means that all that time I just spent, and remember, you guys are beginners, so it's gonna take longer for you. Maybe it used to take me 50 minutes to hours and to take these trades, right? But you place the EA, and the greatest thing is that you place the EA on everything and it automatically does it for you. I don't need to wait any more time because this is all my strategy that I've placed onto the chart. You can see I'm a happy boy because it's working absolutely amazing. But I'm actually not supposed to take this trade according to my EA. If you see how accurate the EA is, you can see it said sell over there and we went floating down. I'm taking a risk on this trade because we hit the support level down over here, which if you look on the EA, okay, let me go slowly and explain it to you guys. The green line is the 0.382, right? And it automatically moves, and the EA also works in accordance to the fundamental news. So the EA is also quickly doing data to understand if it adds it to the technical analysis. So the 0.382 level over here is this green line here, and it's perfectly aligned right there, as you can see. Then the support level is obviously the 0%, which I added down over there before we even started. And then the blue line is the 50%, which the 50% right over there. And this makes it more accurate because it actually flows down. It's more accurate than me. So the 61.8% level, which is over here, is over there, this line here. And then the resistance level is over here, this purple line, which is up over here, which is the 1% level on the 1 hour time frame. So ladies and gentlemen, when you see how quickly this makes it all for me, you would understand. And it also tells me when to actually take these trades. And usually we will have trades, especially that are doing 5,000 to 10,000 pips 4 times a month on indices. But that is literally how you do and use the Fibonacci trading strategies. And it works vice versa if you're going into a sell. This was an example of a buy. If you did it the other way around, it would be an example of a sell. So with that being said, I want to take off this nonsense that I've now made simple with just the EA. Just like that. And right now, obviously, I don't know why. I told you guys why I took this trade. Because if we look on the EA, so now we focus on trading with the EA. So if we look over here, we have about 3 to 4 big trades every single month, right? I'm currently in this trade, but we have 3 to 4 big buy-offs or sell-offs every single month using this EA on the 1 hour time frame. So we had a massive sell-off over here already that went down, kept on going down, try to hit the support over here, and we went up to the resistance, so the 0.618 level, and fall all the way back down here to where we hit the support right here on USD CAD. So I'm very late, very late. And then I now took a risk that we're going to go and enter a massive buy, and I think that we're going to hit this resistance over here at 1.35843. Now here's the greatest thing is that, again, I now I can just click on a currency and it tells me when to buy and when to sell according to everything I've just said. A good amount of testing went into this, and you can see it's very accurate when it says buy. I mean, it shoots up. These are the types of trades that we are looking out for. On US 30, we obviously got that amazing trade off. I exited this trade, but I do think that US 30, either it hits support, it goes back up, or this one's gonna go straight down and float to being our next 5,000 pip trade. And I want to show you guys why we call it the 5,000 pip trade, because I want you guys to now move with me slowly. Also, another thing is that I forgot to show you is if we go back to USD CAD, and if we actually add in, okay, wait, let's go back to USD CAD just for a second, people. And I want to add in everything. So remember, this is how my chart looked. Doesn't that look confusing, right? I used to use it like this, and the thing that allowed me to understand is that when a human trades, and this is also how it works in the major firms and stuff like that. So with the major firms, they have EAs that do it for them. So when I was doing my trades, I would have these massive trades that would actually hit, but I would not be able to emotionally hold it because I didn't have, apart from me thinking that this was the greatest strategy ever, I could not hold it because I never knew. Now that the EA is now helping me, I can hold trades for long, easily, and like, you know, there's less emotion, and understanding that the more human contact that you have in trading, the more profitable you'll be. So people are thinking also at the same time, when you're understanding that, guys, this thing is obviously going to make you money. And I mean, look, we're definitely going to have to increase the price on this. And the one thing is that when you really think about it, there's very minimal chances that you actually stumble upon something like this. I know it's very lucky. Okay, it's not lucky. It's not lucky. We planned it. But the one thing is that you need to remember how many people lose money on the market. You guys are thinking that we are making a lot of cash, and yes, definitely we are. You guys don't understand how much research is done into making something like this. The trading firms and all of those things that are printing money, the trading stock, the trading, this thing that we are trading on. It's supposed to be like a money printer if you understand what you're doing. And guys, you have to use this thing very sustainably, right? You shouldn't just be full porting and use it sustainably. Don't be greedy, right? You have a powerful tool. With great power comes great responsibility. Now, if we're looking at this thing on the 4-hour time frame, I don't want to show you guys is if we go back to the 4-hour time frame, everything perfectly aligns with my EA. Now the EA, right, can work. It automatically switches to the time frame that you're working on. So it places your Fibonacci trading strategy automatically on the 4-hour time frame, the 1-hour time frame. If you want to switch and trade quicker time frames, it switches it. If you want to trade on a 30-minute time frame, let me show you what it does. Right? If you want to trade smaller, right, it shows you and it goes into smaller details. Let's go to something I haven't traded, like this 30-minute time frame. We can see this is the support level, this is the 0.382 level, this is the 50% level, automatically done it for me, and this is the resistance. Now if we switch it up again, I want to trade on faster time frames, and I want to get quicker signals. Cool, we can switch it to the 10-minute time frame, and obviously it and then it will switch it according to what time frame you are going to be trading on. So you would get quicker signals. Like on the 1-hour time frame, we got a signal on the 11th of September. That was the last one. But on the 10-minute time frame, we got one on the 24th of September, and it had a very massive uptrend. So let us get into the quick. All right. So understanding all of that, you are able to see how EAs, yes guys, not every EA is going to be the best. So if you don't trust this one, you don't trust it. We have our copy trading service. We're in a loss on this one right now, but we took our first trade on this thing. We made 8k on the first trade. We made 8k on the first trade, and you guys can put your cash there, or you can have the EA yourself, because we will only be doing like 4 to 8 trades on the we're only going to do 4 to 8 trades on the account, but with on the copy trading account. But when you have the robots and you use the risk management strategies that we provided to you, you can take anywhere from 30 to 32 trades. We've made it as easy as possible for you guys to understand how to use it. I think I showed you guys now very quickly how it all works. I mean, I showed you guys a trade. This is the trade that we took right now, actually, on the sell that we took on US30, and we made 8k on it. And I only entered over here, guys. I was so late. Like, the signal was sent out today at 3:40. I should have entered up at 2,000 pips earlier, but I was at the gym and I already took a profit this morning. So, right, remember, like, I'm telling you guys, don't be greedy with it. You've probably seen other people also speak about it. Just don't be greedy with it. One of the guys this year that have the bot just left. But yeah, don't be greedy with it. Take it easy and you'll be fine. Now, when it comes to the guys that are trying to manually understand how to trade, don't worry. Also understand how to manually trade, because that will get you to understand the robot better or easier. I think why it's important, why I'm actually advocating for this, and it's not automatic, people. I think automatic trading, guys, automatic trading, if you're not a big firm and you get it completely right, automatic trading and it opening up for you, it will cause lower profits, okay? Because if you have a robot like this, right, if we made it automated for you, then what happens is it calculates this buy and then this sell as a close of trade. Now, if we enter here, but we close over here, but we were in profits up high over there, what does that mean? We could have obviously made more money if we were manually using it. So most trading robots really aren't that bad on the market. It's just that it's automatic. So you lose more money if it only counts the next sell off as you closing off your buy, because it doesn't tell you close. It says it waits for the next position. Now, when we're looking at the strategy test over here, please look at the bottom left corner. We have our net profit over there of 10 on the 10-minute time frame at $20,000. And this calculated 405 trades. If our robot took 405 trades on this US30 on the 10-minute time frame, we would have made $20,000, right? And this strategy tester is done automatically by TradingView. It's as legit as you can possibly get. Now, this is the craziest thing. We have a profit percentile on the 10-minute time frame on US30 of 64%. But I just told you, 64%, you know how high that is. That means you will grow your account by 64% as well, potentially, in one trade. But here's the thing. I just told you guys that it counts this buy and it counts this sell as a trade. Meaning that it gets into positions where you would have a sell like this and a buy like this when there's news on Tuesday the 24th, or there's high volatility, and it will cause that to be a little bit of a loss. But at the same time, it doesn't work like that, right? Because you would have understood it, and you wouldn't have bought over there. But the trading robot, if it was automated, it would have caused you a slight little bit loss, and then you would have caught the buy and made a bunch of money. But here's another thing, is that I have multiple accounts using this robot, and here's the craziest part, is if you have a very hungry appetite, and I've got friends that work with me to use it on different time frames, like an actual firm, I actually call it a proprietary firm, with just my own cash for my dropshipping. I've been telling you guys don't listen. So by dropshipping, we just funnel it, have people that run this robots, and if you want to trade it on higher time frames, guess what happens? If you trade it on the 30-minute time frame, you will actually make a net profit of $52,000. And you would have taken 584 trades based off of sell and buy signals over here given by the robot, and you would have had a very it says here 65%, but I promise you it's about 95 to 99%. And I mean, that's on the 30-minute time frame. Let's increase it, guys. Let's say you wanted to trade on the hour time frame. You would make less money. You would make less money if you trade on the hour time frame, according to the strategy tester, however. But it's however you want to work with a robot. You have the power in your hands. 4-hour time frame, you would have made $39,602. Okay, but again, if you go to DE40, German 40, you're looking at it from the 4-hour time frame, you'd have made 30,000 euros because it's a euro thing. If you look at it on the 1-hour time frame, you'd have made 17,000 euros. But remember, it works with everything. If you look at Bitcoin, you would have made $161,000 in a 1-hour time frame, closing out 575 trades. If you use it on the 4-hour time frame, and here's the thing, in the 4-hour time frame, you would have made $143,850. But here's the thing, guys, you're probably asking yourself, oh, but how much would I have potentially lost in order to make that money? Don't worry, it shows you right here. Before, you would have potentially, your max drawdown to make $143,000 with this EA, according to just the buy and sell signals without you actually touching it, you would have had a max drawdown before you would have had it close. You would have had a max drawdown of $8,000. So $143,000, which is about 3 million, almost 3 million rand, compared to a max drawdown of about 120,000 rand. So, but that's 368 trades. That's like since 2021. So the nice thing about Strategy Tester by TradingView is the Strategy Tester by TradingView. It shows you all the trades, so you don't have to do the back testing. It's a paid thing. Guys, it's an amazing application that we've created, and I'm sorry that I had to make most of it speaking about it, but we recorded it so that we can actually share it to a lot of people. And this is just a great explainer for it. I explained to you guys from the start how the Fibonacci works, and looking at the time frame, I showed you guys how this one thing works on multiple different currencies, multiple different time frames, how the strategy tester works to actually have it always in the green. Like, look, everything you look at, currencies might be a little bit smaller. It says smaller profit, guys, but that's a lie. Remember, it counts it as this being a buy and this being closing your buys off. It's very much a lie. You can make thousands. If you took US30, it says here you would have made $39,000. That's a lie. I promise you, if you did it manually, guys, the power's in your hands.
As if you want to learn more, I promise you, trading on the current exchange market is completely profitable. 4 years ago, only 4% of retail traders were profitable. Nowadays, 29% of retail traders are profitable. That means that kids from 18 years old all the way to 25-year-olds are driving Porsches, driving Lamborghinis, living a lifestyle that is unbeknownst to other people. I came to Dubai, and honestly, you see these young people, they are so self-driven, and honestly, I want to give you guys the same inspiration. Here we are in this amazing suite, and I'm only at the age of 20, just turned 20, and I can promise you guys, it is very possible. Now, if you still want to learn more, check the link in the description and join Homer's Academy. If you have the cash, it's only 500 rand of current recording, once off payment, which is $26 for enrollments. You get 4 mentors. You also get 2 weekly classes. You get a private community chat of over 400 people that have the Homer's Academy course, like-minded, just like you, and they will help you anytime you get stuck. Listen, check the link down below, and also leave a like if you enjoyed this video, as well as a comment, and don't forget to subscribe. Check you in the next video. Cheers.